So Terry, this is your November 23, 2024 evaluation. The swing looks pretty good and better than I remember. Okay, and there's some changes in there, and none of them are too bad. So I just looking briefly, and we'll go through in detail now, but I'm convinced that your mind's getting in the way because it can't. We'll walk through it. Okay, so now the posture is good. I like the idea of the chin up. The eye line is here. Let's draw one more line here. Okay, so the position one looks good. Okay, the takeaway. Kind of so this is position 2 where the shaft is parallel to the ground. Okay, now the good thing about this is you got a good shoulder tilt. The bad thing is, see, this is 90 degrees off where it should be. Let me put this on pause and bring up. So the guy on the right, this is his position 2, we call, where the shaft is parallel to the ground. The club head overlaps his hands from behind. And then, so when he moves, see, it's all in plane. See, it's parallel to that line? So it's sticking out. So he never gets off plane. You drag it inside here, the club head's out here. So now, like I was saying before I restarted the recording, is the average person gets it out here, and it's a death move because they try to get it up high, and it's steep, and it comes to like that, okay? You saw it off here. You only get your hands up here. Now, the advantage you have is you don't have to worry about club head speed. You got it. You can get by with your hands this low. Your hands are actually lower than your shoulder on the top of the swing. It's fine. If you're only bunting it out just barely past your shadow, we'd be concerned. So I'm not worried about this drastic error in position 2 because you don't compensate. You look, you take it up here, and you stop it. See, but see how hard you had to work. So you're 90 degrees out of plane, then all of a sudden the top, you magically get it on plane. Now, but because there's no independent movement, your hands aren't moving independently. Guys like this, they move their hands independently and then they screw it up. You shut it off because you shorten the swing. So you can live with this error in P2 because it's not you're not compensating by a goofy top position. Now see how your hands are lower than the average. The average is the good players have that hole just over their deltoid. Okay, the advantage there is, from here, gravity gives you a little more oomph and all. You're not worried about club head speed. So we're not going to worry about you getting that position. We can get by with that. Again, if you weren't hitting out of your shadow, we'd be some concern. Another thing is, you never really set the club and get lag into it, but again, that just gives you better club head speed. This actually gives you more control. It's sort of like Steve's triggers, where his wrists aren't really set. They're kind of like yours. It's fine. It's not the model, but it's totally livable. As a matter of fact, it's preferred as long as you have enough club head speed. So everything looks really good there. Okay, so the heads come up a bit, like a couple inches, and we'll worry about it, but the butt's already coming back from the wall, which is the only thing I see that's a mystery to you. So this top position is perfect for you, really good. What I like is the depth, the butt of the club. You know, so many people, the butt of the club is over their like ball of their foot. The good players is over the heel. Yours is back of the heel. Now it's set up for really a rotational swing, and I love the depth. It's really good. It's better than most pros depth-wise. Okay, so now as you start down, look, see, you're on plane. As a matter of fact, it's a little shallow, which is perfect. And you come down. Look, this is perfect. This is really good. And the check mark, the checkpoint, is when the hands are waist high. That's on your forearm, and it is. Okay, see, it's a blur, right? But you can see that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you know, a lot of people are steep or vertical. So that's the first checkpoint. And what I like about your swing is it's a simple here to here, as opposed to here, and you got this floppy thing, you know, which I was afraid of before you, because you were describing a random miss. Okay, so this thing is really good. Okay, so then the head is settling down, which is fine. So the first checkpoint is on your forearm. The next is when the club is parallel to the ground. So we can improve that just a bit. And this may be causing some problems. So we want the head of the club about, well, I'll show you. So when he comes down, so there's the forearm, when his hands are waist high, you have that position, but when he gets to that position, see how the club head is slightly inside his hands? Yours is here. So from there, you're going to have to work not to push it out to the right. Okay. So maybe we got some of this going on like that. We'll go further. But so far, that's the only thing that I would look at. Okay. So then, as we go forward here, so, and you can play with that. Okay, so the thing is you got to do it every time. Okay, so then as you come to hit, you keep your head in there. Look at that shoulder tilt. Excellent. Okay, what isn't excellent, you got the belly to the ball thing. See, your butt comes off the back wall. Okay, it starts on the backswing. So you got this nice spine angle. You come away from the wall, and then you're turning your hips, but you're like 4 inches away from the wall. So if you don't make any adjustment, let me put this on pause. So you're coming in here, and then you've got kind of flippy like that, and it might be. So you're coming in instead of being right here where you belong, it's this way. And if you don't make any adjustments, it's going to fly out right. So I'm thinking you're coming in here and trying to correct, and then like got this thing covering it. You see what I'm saying? So the path is going to shoot it out here, but you're flipping it. So on the follow through, the club head should be out here, and your hands arc inside, and you've got this thing. See how the club's closed? Yeah. That's just face angle. You should be hitting it pure. Your misses are solid hits, right? They aren't fat or thin.
Those are good hits.
Yeah, it's just direction. Okay. Yeah. So this leads to that now.
Time, but,
yeah. So okay. So face on it's really good swing. We talked about great weight shift. We talk about you got the chicken wing because you really haven't cleared the left side in time.